and welcome. Today we have a full line of different things we're going to do, and I want to show you different projects. So the first one is something that I did a couple years ago on my channel, but I have not made them since, and I love making my own. And this is my own Mr. Clean or Magic erasers. So you can get a product like this, and I think this one cost me only $5, and it's 10 of the sponges, which is a lot cheaper than the Dollar Tree brand, and we're gonna make our own. Now you could use these sponges just as they are, but baking soda and some essential oils, and we turn this into a great little scrubbing sponge, and it works great in the bathroom, the kitchen, just about anywhere, even on doors, painted surfaces. It works amazing. We're gonna mix this up, and I'm gonna show you how we make it. This is one of my favorite projects, and they're so useful for so many different applications. There is no measurement. And I'm making a lot because I'm also going to be making some soft scrub. So the leftover product, it would be the soft scrub or even carpet powder. It's amazing. All this is baking soda. Now I like using lemon essential oil, and I also use a lot of it. And then we're going to use a little bit of eucalyptus. This is very strong, so you don't need a lot of it. And Simply Earth has eucalyptus and all kinds of essential oils. The link is in the description box, and there's also coupons with it. And it's a really great company for lower priced essential oils that are really good. You dip it just a little bit, just enough to make it wet, and then dip it in this. And then we let them dry. Now, of course, you don't need to dip them into anything. You can just use them as is, but I love doing it this way. It is amazing. It just gives it a little more cleaning power. And when they dry, the baking soda stays on. All right, now this could be used in the laundry. You could add a tablespoon of this to washing dishes. Makes your dishes really nice and clean. And now we have these sponges, and now we're just gonna let them harden, and then we can store them away with our cleaning supplies. I love these kind of drawstring bags. I use these for produce. I use these for all sorts of storing food away. And I'm going to be taking my 16 bean soup. I have a lot of these beans I'm gonna put in here and take them out of plastic bags. And also we're going to save a few of them, and we're going to plant 16 bean planter so they grow into plants. So let me go ahead and just pour some more in here. And we'll keep this many to make a fun project that has to do with gardening. Now this will go out in my out porch. That's where I have all of my root crops, vegetables, and I'll keep my beans, and also all of my whole grains are out there. I found these chili peppers when I was doing all of my organizing, and I am going to be saving some of the seeds and see if I can grow these. These have been probably in my pantry 4 years. And they smell good. They're really pretty. Chili Fiesta, extra fancy. I'm going to put these in the bag, and we're going to make something fun with these. Add them to some of my dried tomatoes and make it into my seasoning mix that I like to mix. But we're going to keep one of them out. I hear the seeds, and we're going to see if we can grow some pepper plants. Do you remember as a child walking through the clothesline? I do. Those are precious memories. Now I'm going out to the garden and I am harvesting something already. I'm harvesting some garlic chives. We're going to dehydrate them and then that way we can store them with our other herbs. Hard to believe that we can actually be harvesting something already. All right, I have to go out to the garden and get some soil and then I'll meet you back in my warm greenhouse and we are going to plant the 16 bean plants. And it's gonna be a fun little project that it's from a children's book, but I thought it'd be fun to try it. All right, so now we're gonna open up this pepper. Whoa, all the seeds came flying out of it. And we're going to plant these pepper seeds and see if anything happens. Okay, it is really windy today. I am going to answer a few questions because every video I do, I get the same questions over and over again. The greenhouse, how can I have, now these were $59. I did replace the cover every 3 years, but how can I have a greenhouse in the wind? One, you have to anchor it to a building. You cannot have it out in the middle of a garden, in the middle of nowhere. You have to anchor it to a building using zip ties. Okay, so this actually is used with zip ties and it is anchored to this building. So we have zip ties, and we also have big tent stakes. I'm talking big, thick stakes to stake down into the ground. They have to be anchored into another building, not just on the ground, because that will not do it. Number 2 is, when it is windy, always have the door zipped shut. Keep it zipped shut because you don't want to get air in there. Number 3 is, we live in a valley. I say this over and over again. We have a mountain ridge behind us, and we are somewhat in a valley. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this. So beyond us is a mountain ridge. And if you can see, the lawn goes down, it slopes down, slopes down, slopes down, then down, way down to my garden. So we are in a hollow. Maybe valley isn't quite the most perfect word, hollow. So it's do hollow. Could say do hollow, but we are down in a slope. So we are protected. When the wind is way up there, it kind of goes over us. That's why our mobile home looks so nice, being so old, because it doesn't get the weather like if it would be up on a ridge. I can even show you the ridge even a little better. There's a house up on the ridge. So you have to anchor them down. It's so important to a building. And they should last you many years. So the idea of the 16 bean project came from this charming little book, and it is Toad Cottages and Shooting Stars. Now, this is from Sharon Lovejoy, and she's got a couple books, and I love them. They are my favorite. They are children's books, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have fun with a children's book. Today's is all about the great garbage garden plants. And it talks about using garbage, and this was, she had a whole bag of seeds. She had a whole bag of the 16 beans, and they got wet, and instead of throwing them away, they planted them. And that's what we're going to do. We planted our 6 beans. Those were old beans that I had, and we're going to see what we can harvest with them. So I love in the evening to spend time reading books, and a lot of times they're children's books, because children's books are the easiest projects that you can do, and they're usually almost 100% guaranteed to work. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys on the next one. And with the wonderful words of someone who has inspired me ever since I was a little girl, I shall sing these few lines. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a happy new day. It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a special brand new day. Just going to answer a quick question that I get often about my clothesline, and it is a kit. You buy the kit, Amazon sells the kit. I will share with you in the description box the kit. It is an Amish clothesline. That is the name of it. So it's on a pulley system. It's very simple and easy to put together. It takes about 45 minutes just to get it started. And this is the same clothesline I have had now for 14 years.